Alright, so this is going to be the first major project that I'll be doing here this spring is, well, it's still technically winter here, but we haven't had any snow this year, so I guess technically winter, spring, whatever you want to call it, but got a bunch of these old railroad ties from a buddy who tore them out of some landscaping at his house. As you saw in the prior video probably, I just had a substantial amount of logging done on the property, so I'm at a point right now to where I'm starting to get things ready to go here for spring and the summer, and then everything prepped for deer season ultimately in the end. So these are all pinned together still, so I got to tear these pins out, and the goal is going to be to convert these into a bridge that goes over a creek on the corner of my property over here, so I have some easier access into that woods. Right now, the property is very hilly. There's all side hills getting in there, and I want a safe way to get in there with the tractor so that it's not too out of hand. So, well, here we go. I guess I'll do my best to get these all tore apart. That seems legit. Happens when you buy cheap blades off end cap. They don't always last long. Enough. Now I gotta see which ones are good. Might take some back and swap them out for some better ones. He had a whole pile of them, but they were all buried in the pine trees, and some of them were frosted into the ground. So just took the ones off the top, and probably about better than half of these are probably workable. Now I'm kind of at the point where I'm going to try to start to clean up some of those pins or whatever, those big or nails, I guess, that are holding the railroad ties together. I'm going to try to punch a couple out, but I suspect this will probably end with me and a cut-off disc and an angle grinder and taking the easy path. But I'd like to get as much of it out of there as I can, just much less of a chance of popping a tire in the tractor or my ATV or whatever I'm driving across the bridge. So we'll see how it goes, but I suspect I'll be getting the angle grinder out here rather soon. I had a thought, not sure if this will work, air hammer, but figured, what the hell, why not give it a shot? Chisel bit back out. That might be a problem. All right, so I got it out. Should have filmed it. Had to go to the house to get a different tool. Turned off the camera. Forgot to turn it back on. Basically, just drilled a couple holes around it, hit it back and forth with the hammer, wobbled it, popped right out. So I'm going to try a little bit different approach right now because obviously that's not the right way to do it apparently. I'm thinking if I get on the head of the nail, pop it out this direction, it might do the trick. We'll see. If not, I'll just cut them off, but I like trying different ways to do stuff. That ain't working. Alright, trying to hit the easy button. Done messing around. I like trying new ways, but at a certain point, it's not working. It's not working. Almost feels like cheating using this, but sometimes the right tool is the right tool. Alright, this should be much more efficient. Should have just done that to begin with, but like I said, you never try new ways of doing things, you never learn anything, so sometimes you learn from your mistakes too, apparently. But now I'm just going to put on the actual grinding disc, take off the cutoff disc, and I'm going to clean these all up. I don't want any sharp edges, so I'm going to try to grind these as flush as I can with the board, if not a little bit under. And then basically, these should be ready to deploy to the bridge. Well, that should about do it for that. Those should be basically prepped, got all those ground down. They're not perfect, but they're good enough where they're not going to pop a tire. So that might be all I do for today. And then probably be back out tomorrow to figure out the bridge sections. I might do either one solid bridge or two separate bridges in line with the tire tracks. Haven't made my mind exactly how I want to do it yet. It's not a big distance I got to span at all. It's just basically a spring-fed creek that runs through the property. I'll show it tomorrow, but just want to get something so I can get up and over it smoothly, cleanly with the tractor safely. These should have plenty of strength for it. A couple of them might be a little bit punky, but most of these are pretty good yet. So more to come.